Field. This is your Coors Light game report. Kris Bryant leading things off here in the third inning as the Cubs lead by 1. Theo Epstein talking about Bryant's MVP caliber year so far and saying the part of his game that's evolved in an interesting way to him is the fact that he always thought he'd be a guy that had 5 to 10 opposite field home runs a season at minimum. But this year he felt like one of the ones he saw was this weekend at Dodger Stadium, and he said that is the fact that he has added the being able to hit, that inside pitch, keeping it up in the air, keeping it fair, and because of it, guys, it's resulted in a lot more home runs, which Theo Epstein said he would gladly take. Never saw it coming, but said, hey, he's so good at making adjustments. Nothing surprises me with this kid.
Well, he's coming off a great road trip.
Yeah, he has such good feel for his swing. I was talking to his dad, Mike. You know, everybody knows Chris is a hitting coach, taught him how to hit. He said the change they made this winter, he said Chris took to it like that. I mean, just he's so knowledgeable, so coachable. So he's taken some of the angle out of his swing, not as steep. Stays through the zone a little bit better. But, you know, it's funny, too, because I think Chris still talks about hitting the ball the other way. He views himself as that. And we saw a good example of it. Those 2 home runs he hit in Dodger Stadium the other night, or the other day, they weren't opposite field, but they were a big part of the yard. It was staying through the ball. He wasn't trying to pull the ball. One was a fastball, one was a changeup, I believe. In the final analysis, it doesn't matter where they go. When you're putting up the kind of numbers he's putting up.
He's got a favorable count, and the 2-0 is fouled off into the upper deck. Leg kick and the pitch, and it's 2-2. Rizzo next. And a payoff pitch. So Bryant is aboard.
A fairly predictable outcome of that plate appearance, as you saw that our pitch tracks graphic there. Doing all that work out of the zone, and if you do that against Bryant, he's going to walk. You know, a lot of hitters, they get 3-2, and all of a sudden, okay, now he's going to challenge me, and end up chasing a bad ball. We rarely see that with Kris.
To Rizzo. Sad news. We lost Gene Wilder.
I know.
83 years old.
I was surprised to read that he was 83.
That's Frankenstein. Last foul, 1-1.
How would you like to go to dinner with Gene Wilder, Mel Brooks, Madeline Kahn?
I would just listen. Outside, it's 2-1. Cubs got an unearned run in the first inning because of a throwing error by Brault.
Well, trying to stay out of the zone here with Anthony as well.
It's 3-1. He already walked Bryant. But if the good Lord intended us to walk, he never would have invented roller skates.
Gene Wilder.
Or Willy Wonka. Back-to-back free passes.
You can understand Brault being a little hesitant to challenge those two big boppers, but it's a risky proposition. You start putting guys on base so early in the game. He dodged a bullet in the first, allowed just the one.
There's a pitching coach, Ray Searage. Well, we have a moment. A few minor league notes. Albert Almora recently activated off the AAA disabled list. He had a thumb injury. He's now back playing for the Iowa Cubs. Jamer Candelario hitting .354 in August. Both those guys September call-up candidates. Congrats, the Myrtle Beach Pelicans signing a 4-year player development extension through 2020, putting together a fantastic year again. They've won 7 straight. Won the Carolina League Championship last year in their first year as a Cubs affiliate, and last Wednesday clinched a playoff spot for the 6th consecutive season.
I wonder how they draw. I think for an A-ball club, they probably draw pretty well down there in Myrtle Beach.
Pretty well.
The tourists.
Tennessee Smokies tonight set a new franchise record. They've drawn over 283,000, averaging over 4,300 per home date. Tennessee outfielder Lane Adams is Southern League Player of the Week. He hit .500 recently. Signed as a minor league free agent. Today got promoted to Iowa. That's a strike. It's 1-1. Myrtle Beach right-hander Trevor Clifton, the Carolina League Pitcher of the Week. And the Eugene Emeralds of the Northwest League have tied a club record for most wins in a 76-game season. They're 49-19. Cubs' 3 A-ball clubs will all be in the postseason. South Bend, Myrtle Beach, and Eugene. And you are up to date on the Cubs system.
Down on the farm.
Called strike 3. Zobrist rarely argues, but he's saying that pitch is outside. Tripp.
Yep. You know, when Ben starts barking at the umpire, and it's not really a bark, it's just making his point. If you're Tripp Gibson, you're probably, as soon as Ben starts talking, you probably think, you know what, I must have blown it.
Soler with 1 out and a high fly ball to left. Marte goes back. He's on the track, and it's off the wall. Coming around third is Bryant. Throw to the plate, not in time. How did that ball stay in the yard? He just missed a home run. As it is, he knocks in a run with a double. 2-0.
Yeah, very difficult play for Marte with the basket, and I don't know how he handled the ball as quickly as he did off the wall. Soler taking a good long look. He thinks it's a home run. Look at Marte real close to the wall, and it just bounces right back to him, hip high. Normally you see an outfielder that close to the wall, the ball's going to carry him past him.
Yeah, and I think Marte is telling McCutchen the angle of that fly ball made it difficult. I think he thought it might hit the basket. Infield not in second and third against Hayward. And ball 1.
Still early enough in the game where Clint Hurdle's going to be willing to trade an out for a run here with 2 runners in scoring position. Yeah, he kind of lost. Need a little GPS there.
Rizzo to the plate. Going to be close at first. Out as Brault gets it from Bell in time, but Hayward will get an RBI to make it 3-0.
Taking a page out of the Dodgers playbook from the weekend with the ground out RBI. Anthony had one in the first. Hayward gets one here, his 36th run driven home. Brault a little bit late to break and did not take a particularly aggressive angle to first base. Made it closer than it should have been.
A little surprised, lefty-lefty, that he didn't bring his infield in.
Now with 2 guys in scoring position, and I think he's just trying to get outs, trying to keep this kid, you know.
There's Contreras, runner at third, ball 1.
You know, maybe if he gets to a 2-strike count, maybe he pulls him in, thinking there's a better chance of weak contact. Oof. That's the way to turn it loose. He got cheated a little bit, got caught looking last time up. And this time he's going to get his money's worth. Yeah, I think a lot of managers, you know, in the first third, maybe even the first 6 innings of a ball game, and it all depends on who the opposing pitcher is and just the rhythm of the game. But a lot of times, this stage of the game, you're still with 2 guys in scoring position. You're still in that. Let's prevent the big inning as much as possible.
I was thinking 2-0. You're trailing Jake Arrieta here early. But
oh, absolutely, yeah, that's right, and it's a gray zone. It's like so many decisions in baseball. It's not black and white. Arguments to be made on both sides.
1-2. Ground ball toward the hole. Mercer's strong arm. Cubs lead 3-0. And remember, folks, invention: 93% perspiration, 6% electricity, 4% evaporation, and 2% butterscotch triple.
It's a golden opportunity to discover the power of the human hand, the ability of a Lexus master craftsman to turn an ordinary experience into an extraordinary one. For a limited time, get some of the best offers of the year on our most refined vehicles at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Lease the 2016 ES350 with 0 due at signing for $419 a month for 36 months, and we'll make your first month's payment. See your Lexus dealer.
The 4,000 ASE certified technicians of Firestone Complete Auto Care prove a tool's only as good as the hands behind it. Right now, get an additional 10% off any service at Firestone Complete Auto Care. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone.
Who's the genius who puts a girl in heels on a subway grate?
Miss Monroe, eat a Snickers.
Why?
You get a little cranky when you're hungry. Better?
Much better.
This scene will never make the cut.
New message.
Hi, Bob here. Well, not here per se. We're opening our 75th store, and I'm out whooping it up at our chain-wide Labor Day celebration. And while we're growing fast, there's one thing that will never change: my Bob's way. No phony sales or gimmicks, just untouchable furniture values. So come celebrate our 75th store all Labor Day weekend long with entertainment, yummy treats, and Bears alumni legends on hand. You can even enter to win a pair of our coveted Bears tickets. Okay, gotta go. There's a balloon animal with my name on it.
Welcome to Wrigley Field.
And it is gone. We're tied. Rizzo gets on the top. He makes the catch. Cubs win. Cubs win. Cubs win. Hey, Cub fans, show your team pride with Cubs checking and an official Cubs MasterCard debit card. Only available at your local Wintrust Community Bank. Go to wintrust.com/Cubs to learn more. Member FDIC. Jake Arrieta has a 3-0 lead as he faces Josh Harrison. And a first pitch strike.
Good movement on that two-seamer tonight.
Swing and a miss. I misspoke. Trevor Clifton. I said the Carolina League pitcher of the week, pitcher of the year. Leading the league in ERA for Myrtle Beach, and whip. Cubs 12th round pick. 2013. Sorry, Trevor, I didn't mean to shortchange you. Harrison eliminated, 1 out. Two strikeouts for Arrieta. Now Bell, their only base runner of the night, a walk in the first inning, and he was caught stealing to end the inning.
I mentioned Jake's last start in San Diego. He allowed just the 2 hits. He faced the minimum through 7 innings in that ball game. Nothing when he left that game, and Padres scored 3 in the 9th to create a little drama. Jake threw 99 pitches, so he could have gone the distance.
Deep to left. Soler is back on it, and I think it's gone. No call has been made yet.
Billy Miller's calling it. You got it.
Yep. So it's a home run for Bell. Usually when the ball bounces up, it's in and out of the basket. On the very rare occasion it could hit that yellow rope and stay in play, and Joe may want another look. 3-1. Bell has 2 major league home runs. They've both been against the Cubs. Yeah, I think he hit the sign, the auxiliary board out there, our Ford home run replay. And Soler was not arguing. So
no, he was going to play it back in, but you could tell by his body language he knew it was out.
Boy, Josh Bell. One and one. That's a strike. McCutchen has always had success here at Wrigley Field, a career .328 hitter. 29 years old. He is signed through next year with a club option for 2018. And while he's had a down season, he's making $13 million this year. That's the most he's made in a season. $14 million next year. The option for 2018 is $14.75. That's a bargain. That's a big time bargain. Guy who previous to this season had been a perennial MVP candidate and won it 1 year. He'd be what, about a $25 million player?
Yeah.
And that matters a lot when you're the Pittsburgh Pirates. They cannot really afford to tie up too much payroll in 1 or 2 players. Bryant will get him.
Yeah, you know, they kept him down in the minor leagues probably a little longer than he needed to, but they weren't ready to win yet. So that's the challenge for clubs. You know, when to time a guy his rise to the big leagues, when you've got a window of opportunity to win. If you can sign him to a long-term deal, eat up some of his arbitration and free agency. The benefit for the player, of course, is he gets that security of a long-term deal, realizing that if he turns out to be the player that, you know, he's expected to be, or, you know, he thinks he's going to be, he may have left some money on the table.
Well, that's the case for McCutchen. And then again, he's not broke, but yeah, he took the guaranteed money to buy up a few years of free agency.
Would you say his deal runs through when?
Next year, but a club option for the year after that.
Well, he's still got one more big contract in him then. He'll be, what, 31, 32?
Polanco signed through 2021 with a couple of team options added to that.
Kind of like Anthony's deal.
Yep. Polanco could be a really good bargain. Making essentially the minimum this year, 1.6 next year, 4.6. By the time he's 28, he's making $8.6 million bucks. But comparatively speaking, it's not very much.
It's a 20 long balls this season. I believe he went. Well, Miller says no. It's 2 times more than he hit last year, +2. He had 9 home runs last season, played 153 ball games, driving the ball this year, pulling it more, hitting it with authority, not on the ground as much. You see that a lot with the young hitters. Get 1,000 or so plate appearances under your belt. A lot of times the power comes a little bit later. Wait till Kris Bryant starts to hit for power.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the value the Pirates are getting out of their 3 outfielders is pretty stunning. Marte, McCutchen, and Polanco. Bounce to first. It's a fair ball right over the bag, and Arrieta covering. And that will end the inning. Cubs lead 3-1.
You don't mind giving up those guns, do you?
I'm happy to cooperate. I can't say the same thing for my compadres. You tell your boss, if he wants his town, come see me.
If we got 7,
he's got an army.
We're decent people being slaughtered.
These people deserve their lives back.
take the shot.
You sure you don't want my gun? Rated PG-13.
Mr. Lover. Now Mr. Lover. She call me Mr. Bombastic. Tell me fantastic. Touch me on me back. She says I'm Mr. Romantic. Call me fantastic. Touch me on me back. She says
you live life your way.
Smooth.
We can help you retire your way too. Financial guidance while you're mastering life. From Chase, so you can.
What makes Wendy's Baconator different? While other guys use frozen beef from far away, Wendy's only serves fresh beef from ranches close by.
So we don't have to freeze it.
Add 6 strips of thick Applewood smoked bacon, and Wendy's Baconator isn't just different, it's deliciously different.
Closed captioning of Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by U.S. Waterproofing.
A little seepage in your basement is no need to panic. Count on the experts at U.S. Waterproofing to diagnose and repair the problem.
For a free consultation, visit uswaterproofing.com. A better basement starts with us.
Jake Arrieta, no hesitation. And you can always count on a good feed from Anthony Rizzo.
TFP do that 64,000 times in spring training. And then depending on the speed of the base runner, you have to take a more aggressive line to first base. Ideally, you like to get over there before the cutout, so you present an angle to the first baseman. You're running straight, straight towards the base, the latter stages. But if you got a real speedster, you can't afford to do that. At least I couldn't. With my foot speed, I needed to take a more direct path.
3-1 ball game. 8-9-1 against Steven Brault. And a strike on the outside to Baez. First time the Cubs have faced this southpaw. 6 feet 190 pounds, 24 years old. Regis University's the first major league product out of that Division II school.
The Fighting Philbins.
They're the Rangers, but I like Philbins better.
He gives the commencement address every year. Javi
They've got a hotel in honor of this school's saint.
There we go. Get down, ball.
One hopper to Marte.
A pretty good swing last time. Just a little bit down off the end of the bat. Marte made a pretty good play on him. This time a ringing line drive base hit. He was just 3 out of 27 on the road trip. And as we've noted often this year, he's done a lot of good things against left-handed pitching.
We'll see how the Pirates, well, they've scouted the Cubs here, and it looks like pretty well because David Freese is not in on the grass. As a few teams might, assuming the pitcher's going to bunt, but when it's Joe Madden and it's Jake Arrieta at the plate, you know that there's a better chance he won't, at least early in the count.
Yeah, so Freese kind of vacillating back and forth, just a step or so behind the bag. And Brault, being a good athlete, factors into that decision making too. If you got a guy that can bounce around out there, you can afford to keep your third baseman back a little bit. Freese will be king on that top hand of Arrieta. He's start to slide up the bat, and he will come.
I just hope Freese is in the lineup with Cool pitching tomorrow. Gotta be, right?
Yeah, if not, we're going to have to get a memo down to Clint Hurdle.
Two and one. Cubs out hitting the Bucks 5-1. Pittsburgh's only hit was the Bell opposite field homer in the top of this fourth inning. Two and two.
Bunt now.
It's always in play for the Cubs pitchers. Now Freese is still back at third. Just to see. Pirates throw over.
Wanted to take a look. Chuck really gave no indication. The king of this is John Lester. He's the king of the two-strike bunt.
Good lead by Baez. Did not show bunt 2-2. In fact, he hasn't shown it this entire sequence. Good battle. Brault and Arrieta. Another 3-2 and another foul. Big series in Baltimore starting tonight. The Blue Jays have a late lead, 3-1 over the Orioles in the ninth. Toronto 2 up on Boston, 3 ahead of Baltimore. Going into play tonight. Another foul.
Just looking out at the big board, looking at Jake's numbers, 278 average, 328 on base, 463 slugging percentage. Couple that with just the look of his swings in the box, and if you didn't know it, you would assume Arrieta was a position player. I mean, this isn't a guy where you go, hey, that's a pretty good hack for a pitcher. It's just a good hack.
This is fun. How does this at bat end? Pitch number 10 will become pitch number 11 shortly.
I'm going to have to get the researchers working. Most pitches in a plate appearance for a pitcher.
Crowd now rooting for foul balls.
Brock continues to throw fastballs. Does Cervelli change it up?
Make it a dozen. The 3-2. We are nearing an average innings worth of pitches for Steven Brault.
Oh, good stuff, man.
I mean, Dexter Fowler has to love this on deck.
You'd be tempted just to throw a BP fastball. Just here, please put it in play.
This time he got him after 8 consecutive fouls. And Jake Arrieta, after striking out, gets a standing ovation.
And well deserved.
The 8 straight fouls were all on fastballs, and he got him on a slider. So that's the first out of the inning.
Yeah, and you could see if it was a position player up there, you could see them going to a changeup or a breaking pitch earlier in that sequence. But with the opposing pitcher up there, you're thinking, yeah, if I try to trick him and I miss and he takes ball 4, then you're really feeling bad about things.
Outer edge for strike 1. Sometimes an out is not just an out. Inside, 1-1. That at bat, if Pedro Baez were pitching, would have taken an hour.
Oh my goodness. It's kind of the baseball version of Ali playing rope-a-dope, right? When he used to back into the corner and just let the other guy punch himself out. Keep fouling the ball off. Force the guy to waste a lot of energy.
Baez runs. Fowler bounces to third. Freeze will get him. Baez trying to get to third, and he's in. With 2 gone. Nice base running by Baez and a good defensive play by David Freeze to get Fowler.
Yeah, pretty slick how Freeze goes to the ground and allows himself to get up into a throwing position quickly. Baez with a good read.
We'll bring up Kris Bryant. Hit into a fielder's choice in the first. Walked and scored in the third, and he just got hit by a pitch.
So goodness for that guard.
16 times. He's got more than Rizzo. Searage out for the second time tonight.
The Cubs are proud to salute the men and women of the United States military this Wednesday. It will be the 31st. The Cubs have specially priced tickets in the terrorist reserved outfield section, and each ticket includes a special Cubs military cap. For more information, visit Cubs.com/special group nights.
Jared
energy. Yeah. He's fun to watch.
First and third, 2 outs. No one outside to Rizzo. 3 against the Pirates, and the Giants come in for a 4-game weekend.
Brault doesn't really sink the ball very much. A couple times he turned one over to a right-handed hitter, but he does seem capable of pounding the bottom of the zone.
One and two.
Had to work awfully hard here. 88 pitches to this point in the ball game. Hot muggy night. A lot of adrenaline. Just his third big league start. See him starting to hit the wall here would be understandable.
Ball came a little sooner because of the 14 pitch at bat for Arrieta. That's a pitch Anthony can buy on occasion because he does crowd the plate.
Brault trying to influence Trip Gibson doing the walk-off. I don't want to throw this guy another one. Please call it.
Back.
He got away with him there. A little spinner right in the middle of the strike zone.
I've already got the title of this lefty's memoir. Tales from the Brault. What do you think?
Sure. It would have to be a musical, though.
Well, he can sing.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
He's from El Cajon. There's a family, there's the Brault family in my hometown. Pretty good softballers.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, Bernie. He could pick it down at third.
Bernie Brault.
Bernie, Kevin, Bougie. They can all play.
Bryant takes off on the 3-2 ground ball to Bell down to a knee, and he'll take it to the bag. unassisted to end the inning. Cubs strand a couple. They've left at least one on in every inning, and they lead 3-1.
There are 93 days of summer. Head to the Acura Summer of Performance event going on now. Hit red lines across state lines. Hug new turns like old friends. Or just open it up on an open road. Summer's going fast, so don't waste a minute.
Visit your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Acura dealer for attractive offers on the TLX.
The summer clearance event is here at Feeney Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Elgin. Get our lowest prices on our entire inventory. Cars, trucks, minivans, and more Jeeps than we need. All with 0% financing available. Look at this 2016 Wrangler, just $299 a month. Or a 2016 Ram 1500 Quad Cab, $299 a month. Both with zero due. Or this 2016 Dodge Caravan, only $16,997. Find it at Feeney, FeeneyAutos.com.
I'm Dan Fields of the Fields Auto Group. We've prepared a Joe Madden Signature Edition vehicle. It will be raffled off at the end of the season, with the proceeds going to many of Joe's favorite charities.
But not before I have the pleasure of driving it to and from the ballpark. Thank you, Dan, and everyone at Fields Auto Group for this special vehicle and for making this all possible.
For official raffle rules and complete details on how you can win this Joe Madden Signature vehicle, go to fieldsauto.com.
It is an honor for Fields Auto Group to help good causes like Cubs Charities and Misericordia. Fields matters because you matter.
Urlacher, coming this fall to CSN.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. You can follow Patrick Mooney, our Cubs insider, at csnchicago.com, presented by Nationwide's Jeff Vukovich. Serving the community for 38 years. Go to jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side.
Arrieta leading the National League in wins. And leading this game 3-1. Trying to notch victory number 17.
22-6 last year, and a 1.77 ERA in his Cy Young season.
Softly lined the other way. Marte is on, and he is a big-time stolen base threat.
44 steals. He's been caught 10 times.
Cubs game notes go back a year. Arrieta, 3-time pitcher of the month in the National League, 2 no-hitters and 1 Cy Young award. And his first All-Star nod as well. 38 wins these last 2 seasons. First Cub to have that many victories in 2 years since Fergie Jenkins won 44 in 71 and 72 combined.
He has not been as sharp with his command this year as last. Of course, it would be almost impossible to duplicate what he did last year, but the walk rate is up significantly, but still, you know, the batting average against is so low, really hasn't paid much of a price for those walks.
Marte took off, and then he slammed on the brakes.
I don't know if he was just bluffing, trying to create some movement in the infield, or if he just felt like he didn't get a good jump and decided to drop anchor. He spun his wheels and then stopped. Lucky for the Cubs, because Contreras mishandled the pitch. Free's a ground ball guy, so double play certainly in order here.
Swung on and missed.
Hey, we'd like to welcome all our viewers watching on Lisco in Fairfield, Iowa. Make sure you just drop in down there to the Fairfield Diner.
A.J. Schugel up in the Pirates bullpen. Want to send out happy 88th birthday wishes. Big Cub fan Margie Bew taking in the ball game here at Wrigley Field tonight. draws. Now Marte runs, and Freeze in on the hands, had to really fight it off. Clint Hurdle, when asked about this interesting season, said before the game to reporters, it hasn't been linear. It's kind of been an etch-a-sketch type of season. Well said. The Pirates right now just a half a game out of a wild card spot. They have been a National League wild card team each of the last 3 seasons. They're 1-2 in those win or go home situations, including getting shut out by Jake Arrieta last year in Pittsburgh. Call strike 3. Freeze is frozen.
And he's also struck out for the 2nd time tonight. Number 3 for Arrieta. You see Contreras splitting the outside corner. Arrieta just clips the edge.
If the Pirates do grab one of those 2 wild card spots, invariably the narrative in some circles will be, well, they're experienced, they should have the upper hand because they know what it's like to play in that game. And that was somewhat the narrative last year, but as we all found out, if you have the hottest starting pitcher on the planet, that helps too.
Yeah, I think experience in that situation means absolutely zero.
I agree, and I think a lot of things mean absolutely zero going into the one or done. You can retroactively go back and go, well, here's what you need, but it's one game. So many things can happen.
You know, and the idea that there's less pressure on a team that's been there before, that they're better suited to handle it than a team that hasn't. No, there's just so much pressure in a one and done situation.
Arrieta's not going to go down without a fight in terms of Marte trying to steal this base. Wants to give his catcher every opportunity. This is fun. Marte and Contreras. I don't often think about catcher base stealer matchups, but this is a good one.
Well, you saw where he set up for that first pitch. He was way off the plate, so he was thinking Marte was going to go, and he wanted a shot to throw him out. And Arrieta was like, well, yeah, you can go out there, but I'm going to throw a strike, and he threw it right over the heart of the plate.
Marte goes. Here's the throw. He had a chance, but he threw it to the shortstop side. It eludes Baez, and Marte all the way to third.
Almost hit Jake with that throw.
I almost wonder if he rushed it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he doesn't get his feet set.
More time than maybe he thought. 45th steal and an error charged to Contreras.
Jake should have cut it off. That was always his joke with a weak arm catcher. Hey, hit the cutoff man next time. Obviously, that's not the case with Contreras. He's got one of the better throwing arms we've seen.
Infield back. Arrieta's got Marte caught. Now Contreras will run him down.
He dropped the ball.
He dropped the ball. Throw to the plate. Out. Well, in the end, Cervelli ended up at second, so he's in scoring position with 2 outs, but that was exciting.
Yeah, oh man, there's a lot to unpack there. There was all kinds of stuff going on. And how many times do you see a catcher have the speed to run down a guy like Marte, but he drops the ball. Baez there to respond. Arrieta with the tag, and then Jake fires the ball to third base, and I think he saw Zobrist or somebody else heading over to help provide support, and just, he saw another body moving in that direction, so he ends up slinging that ball to third base.
So what do we got here? 1-5-2.
And now is Clint going to argue that maybe Jake was in the baseline, or somebody at some point interfered with his base runner there?
1-5-2-6-1.
Yeah, in a perfect world, Jake doesn't unload that ball to third base quite as quickly as he does. He knew he had Marte hung up, so the ideal play is to run to a point directly in front of Marte, get him to reverse course and head back to third base, then make the throw. And as you pursue him, if he breaks one way or the other, then you go ahead and make the throw. Usually you want that throw going in front of the base runner as opposed to behind him.
Foresight Technology replay review time.
Yeah, well, I'm not exactly sure what they're challenging here.
Could it be Contreras? I don't think the Arrieta one is an issue. I think it's Contreras maybe that he interfered.
I don't know. My hunch is they're challenging Jake.
Jake in the lane?
That he was in the lane, just looking for a technicality. A rule that was put in a couple of years ago that we have not seen called in quite some time. The Posey rule, where base runners cannot go out of their way to hit the catcher, and the catcher has to provide a lane for the base runner. It doesn't always have to be the catcher. In this instance, it was Jake. But I would be surprised if indeed that's what they're challenging, if they find in Hurdle's favor here.
Whatever the challenge was, it has been denied. So Cervelli's at second, 2 outs, and Joe's saying, what did they challenge? And he said, wow. So yep, so they were challenging exactly what you said. The home plate collision rule.
From Clint's perspective, worth a shot.
I also feel like the intent of that rule, I guess it doesn't have to be a catcher, but the idea of the throw to the plate, not necessarily a rundown, but the outfield throw to the plate, the infield throw to the plate, where everybody comes together at once, which that I suppose technically,
yeah, and that's
could be covered, but I'd have a hard time believing that in New York they would ever call that. Two-0 to Mercer. There's a strike, 2-1.
Well, I'm sure it's been called somewhere in the game, and I'm not talking about that. Even a catcher, but we haven't seen it. We haven't seen that collision rule called all year.
Nope. Rolled to Ben Zobrist. An eventful scoreless inning comes to an end. Midway in the fifth, 3-1 Cubs.
During Nissan's Bottom Line Summer Event, we've been racking up the awards, and now you can rack up the savings with Holiday Bonus Cash on top of existing offers. Hurry, Bonus Cash ends soon. Get up to $1,000 Holiday Bonus Cash.
What do you want for lunch?
During Nissan's Bottom Line Summer event, we've been racking up the awards, and now you can rack up the savings with holiday bonus cash on top of existing offers. Hurry, bonus cash ends soon. Get up to $1,000 holiday bonus cash.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan with a Coors Light Cold Hard Facts Sportsnet Central update. Coming up later tonight, locker room reaction from the Cubs after tonight's battle with the Buccos. Plus, White Sox kicking off a 7-game roadie in Detroit. And Lovie Smith looks forward to making his college coaching debut. That and a whole lot more comes your way after the post-game show. Todd Hollinsworth will join me. Now back to Len and JD at Wrigley.
Cap, thank you. The Newborn Fan Club is the perfect gift for parents of tiny cubs to showcase what it means to be a Cub for life. Receive a customized photo of the Wrigley Field marquee, a Cubs birth certificate, baby stocking cap, and unique Cubs onesie. Kind of like the ones, I guess, the players wore on the plane last night. Visit Cubs.com/kids for more information. Big right-hander Jared Hughes is on in relief of Stephen Brault.
Yeah, long-bodied right-hander, slings it up there.
Zobrist grounds out to Harrison.
And no surprise there. That's Jared Hughes' game. A lot of ground balls when he's out there. Sinkers. Slider, occasional changeup. So there and get that low ball in the air.
One strike on him. RBI double in the third. And a ball that nearly got out. Look out. That goes flying, and fortunately that extension of the net added this year saved it from going into the stands. Hughes with a 1-2, sliders off the outside.
So the one that went in the stands the other day at Dodger Stadium,
right?
Madison Russell, I go with
yeah.
Hit a lady on the head. She's going to be here this weekend, I believe. Fellow she was with is a Cubs season ticket holder.
Bounce pass, freeze. Marte up with it quickly, and he's going to keep Soler to a single.
Yeah, and therein the value of Marte, not just running down balls, catching fly balls, but the speed to turn doubles into singles, speed and arm. Good effort by Freeze. Outstanding play by Marte.
The fan who was hit, your understanding is she's okay?
Yes.
Good. It's always a scary situation. Single in the second, RBI ground out in the third for Hayward. One ball, one strike. It's over in Baltimore. Blue Jays beat the Orioles 5-1. Josh Donaldson homered again. His 34th. He hit 3 yesterday. Jose Bautista also went deep. Estrada over Miley. So that pushes the Orioles 4 games out in the American League East. The Red Sox have a late lead over Tampa Bay at Fenway, 9-4 in the 8th. Boston trying to remain within 2 of Toronto. Porcello, I believe, is the pitcher of record for the Red Sox. Harrison gets Hayward. 2 down. And Porcello looking for his 18th win. He went 7 innings, gave up 3 runs.
Who is the front runner for the American League Cy Young Award?
That is a really good question. Zach Britton.
Well, Hamels has the lowest ERA among starters.
Some will never vote for a reliever, right? Because isn't that one of the questions? Is about Britton with the Orioles having this great year. He's given up 4 earned runs in 53 innings.
It's pretty good.
Well, I guess the year to do it, if you're a reliever, would be a year in which there's no kind of one obvious starter choice. One to Contreras, misses outside. Now Hamels leads the American League in ERA and in wins above replacement, according to Baseball Reference, at 5.8. McCutchen moving a bit to his right, and the inning is over. To the 6th, it's the Cubs 3 and the Pirates 1.
Dear Chicago, let's take a trip out of Midway to your favorite international destinations. With love, Southwest.
Would you like to see America the Beautiful? Then you belong at Bass Pro Shops with 2 big sales going on now. And bring the kids this weekend for a duck pond, treasure hunt, and giveaways all for free. Bass Pro Shops, your adventure starts here.
I've been thinking, this might be the one thing in the world you pull apart to come together.
New Papa John's Cinnamon Pull-Aparts covered with cinnamon crumble and sweet cream cheese icing. Try our new Cinnamon Pull-Aparts for just $6.
Hey, Papa John's.
Wireless service is essential to our business.
T-Mobile's network has been amazing.
I save a lot of time using T-Mobile because I don't have to worry about the overages.
T-Mobile has actually come to us and said, we see what's going on in your business. Here's how we can help.
Switch today and get a free Samsung Galaxy for everyone in your business.
We went to T-Mobile, and we haven't looked back since.
Saturday on CSN Plus, tension fills the air and revenge fuels your fire. Watch the men in red go for 3 points and seize the season series. Fire, Philadelphia Union. Saturday at 7 on CSN Plus.
Time now for the Quicken Loans Rocket Arms. All these categories, Cubs are leading the major leagues. And that's why they have the best record in all of baseball, among other reasons, but I'd say this is the main one.
Yeah, opponent batting average of 212. League average is 258 for starters. Starters ERA of 2.87, significantly better than league average of 430.
Got a pinch hitter, John Jaso, for Hughes.
He's a patient sort. He'll take his walks. Nasty curveball right there.
Down 0-2. Broke his bat on a ground ball that's surrounded by Baez. Off balance throw in time to get it. Harrison 0 for 2. One of 7 Pirates to be in that leadoff spot this year. Jaso's done it most often.
Beware of the bunt with Harrison.
Pretty versatile guy defensively as he serves one into right for a base hit. But this year he's played all but 1 inning at second base. Replacing Neil Walker. He was traded to the Mets over the winter.
Jung Ho Gong back on the disabled list. We got a lot out of him this year. What did he do this time? Do you know? I don't even know what's going on with him.
He's got a sore left shoulder. Bell walked and was caught stealing in the first and homered to the opposite way in the fourth. 2 career home runs, both against Cubs pitching.
The scouting report we got on Bell when he first came up when we were in Pittsburgh, hey, this guy can really swing it. Struggles defensively. And originally an outfielder as a minor leaguer. He's made the move to first base. He's not looked particularly comfortable down there tonight. But he can hit. You see where the target was. They're trying to go in on him, and that ball drifts out over the middle of the plate.
He stands off the plate, but takes up a lot of that batter's box.
He's always run high walk rates as a minor leaguer without striking out a whole lot. That bodes well.
6'2", 245. Ichiro with a double tonight for the Marlins, his 3,011th career hit. He has passed Hall of Famer Wade Boggs for 27th on the all-time list. That is a big game tonight. Marlins and the Mets in New York, they're tied at 1 in the 8th. This is a game with wild card implications. Marlins are a game and a half behind St. Louis. Mets are 2.5 out.
It's amazing how for so much of the season we talk about the marathon, and then all of a sudden you wake up one day and it's the sprint. And all these teams in wild card contention now, they're in sprint mode.
Harrison runs, pitches a strike, throw to second, save. Quick tag again by Baez, but Harrison just got in. His 19th steal.
Yeah, good percentage too. He's only been caught 4 times. I always love Javi as he's applying the tag. He's making eye contact with the umpire.
Looked like he got in, and as close as it was. Tony Randazzo Got it right. Cardinals are in Milwaukee tonight. They're tied at 5 in the 8th inning. Starters were good. Carlos Martinez went 6, struck out 13, gave up 1 run. Zach Davies went 6 1/3, allowed 3 runs. He struck out 9 against no walks. If you're wondering if Jed Jerko homered again, he did. So did Colton Wong, so did Randall Grichuk. Ball 4.
Hey, what?
He hasn't made it out against
this guy's got an idea at the plate. Yeah, he's, you know, for a young player, usually comes to the big leagues, they're a little jumpy, they'll chase, especially up against a guy like Arrieta. 2 walks and a home run here tonight.
McCutchen bats with 2 on and 1 out. The pitch. He pops it up. Infield fly rule in effect as Baez makes the grab.
A decade ago, Northwestern tragically lost football coach Randy Walker. Now 10 years later, Pat Fitzgerald uses principles of his mentor to carry on his legacy every day. Don't miss a walk to remember Wednesday night after Cubs postgame live on CSN Chicago.
Gregory Polanco with 2 outs. Harrison at second, Bell at first. Deep drive to left. This is trouble if it's fair, and it is gone. They've hit 2 home runs to the opposite field. This one a go-ahead 3-run shot, and the Pirates have the lead. Wow. You don't see many left-handed hitters hit home runs into that particular area, right inside the foul pole here at Wrigley Field.
And normally a ball hit in that direction by left-handed hitter is going to have more slice on it. And this one had a little bit of fade, but the second time a left-handed hitter has exploited a drifting fastball on Jake here tonight.
So they lead for the first time tonight. Bat grounder to Bryant. Not only does that give the Pirates the lead, that is the 11,000th home run in Pittsburgh Pirates history. 4-3 they lead.
Here come the last of the 2016s.
I love this part. Stylish Prius, sporty Camry, fun Corolla, adventurous RAV4. They're all here. But not for long.
The final days of Toyota's annual clearance event are going on now. Get 0% APR on 11 of Toyota's most popular models like the 2016 Camry, Corolla, or RAV4.
Come in and get the 2016 Toyota you want before they are gone.
Toyota, let's go places.
Wednesday night.
The playoff push is on as the Cubs and Bucks meet one final time at Wrigley. Don't miss this must-see, can't-miss Central Division matchup. Cubs versus Pirates on CSN Chicago.
Wow. Did not see that coming. Something else you didn't see coming? Outstanding customer service delivered by collision pros who ensure your low point ends on a high note. You may not see it coming, but you'll know where you're going. Get to Gerber.
Rowan bath fans from Menards combine power with ultra-quiet performance. Save on a great selection. This fan with light is perfect for rooms up to 75 square feet. On sale only $99. Keep your basement dry with Barracuda sump pumps. This half-horsepower model features durable cast-iron construction and pumps up to 4,200 gallons per hour to give you peace of mind. On sale only $109. Bring home big savings now during the Labor Day construction sale at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Wednesday, September the 21st, the Cubs welcome students, alumni, and fans of the Big Ten. Fans who buy tickets through the special group nights page will receive a special edition Cubs scarf in their favorite Big Ten schools' colors. Also, one lucky individual will get a chance to throw out a ceremonial first pitch. For more information, visit Cubs.com/special group nights. All of a sudden, the Cubs are playing from behind as right-hander A.J. Schugel will face Javier Baez with the Pirates leading 4-3. Bunt attempt by Baez. It's foul as it came back up and hit him.
Schugel's been an important part of the bullpen for the Pirates this year. 2-2 with a 3.86 ERA. He'll give you multiple innings out of the pen. He's got a real good changeup. He's a rookie, just a handful of appearances prior to this year.
Has tried it again and fouled it. 0-2.
Fastball clocked at 94. That's a little more giddy up than we've seen from Schugel in the past.
Running fastball is fouled away.
He's been on a very nice roll. Second best bullpen ERA in Major League Baseball this month.
He struck him out looking on a fastball. Bring up Arrieta. Last time up, struck out, but that was on pitch number 14 of that sequence. It certainly helped knock the left-hander Brault out of the game after just 4 innings. Hooking, and it is foul. Whoa, way onto Waveland. He just couldn't keep it fair, and the wind has kicked up a little bit, and it definitely hurt the cause.
Man, did he get on the backside of this one. This ball is crushed. Would have been number 3 for him. More importantly, would have tied the ball game.
Might be the last fastball he sees.
It'll be the last careless one he sees.
Schugel was brought back on Sunday. It's a fastball outside. First major league appearance in just over a month. And he gets him for the second out. Fowler 1 out of 3 with a run scored. And an awkward swing as the bottom hand came off the handle of the bat.
Yeah, everything just gets a little out of whack when you take a big swing at the changeup like that. Guys, times they have a little issue with the wrist. It's like your whole body gets hyperextended.
Ooh. 1-2. Hey, great to see Cubs clubhouse manager Tom Otis Hellman back at the ballpark full time. Had been a bit under the weather.
Welcome back, Otis.
But he looks great. In the center, Harrison, a tumbling, diving grab, and that'll end the inning. That was a great catch by Harrison. Lost his hat, caught the ball.
The Kia Top Quality Sales Event ends September 6th. But you can still get great deals on the sleek Optima and Optima Hybrid, as well as the Forte Sedan and Hatchback. Right now, get 0% APR for up to 66 months plus $1,000 bonus cash. Or 0 down, 0 due at signing, and 0 first month's payment on select models. Visit Kia.com to see how Kia quality performed against the competition. The Kia Top Quality Sales Event ends soon.
This is not the land of good enough. Americans don't celebrate the Good Enough Canyon. We didn't aim to be second to the moon. Verizon doesn't settle for good enough either. So now we're introducing Verizon LTE Advanced, powering America's largest, fastest 4G LTE network ever, with 50% faster peak speeds in more than 450 cities, coast to coast. Welcome to the next gen network.
The search for better is one of our greatest traits as humans. It's a new commitment.
You're in.
A bold move.
You're in.
Even a fresh start. This appetite for better is everywhere. In people, communities, and also at Subway. Every day, we're finding new ways to serve fresh, locally sourced produce and food free of artificial preservatives whenever and wherever possible. Because the best way to stay fresh is to never get stale.
We are back. Time now for the PNC Bank upcoming schedule. A couple more with the Pirates, both night games tomorrow and Wednesday. Night game on Thursday with the Giants. It's game 1 of a 4-game set. The weekend we will play in the afternoon. You see the various places you can find us. So we'll get a good close look at these teams battling for the wild card / Western Division title, the Giants and the Dodgers. Two great rivals slugging it out down the stretch here.
Bounce toward right. Diving stop Zobrist, and the throw will be late. Freeze is aboard. Good effort all the way around. I have one for you. In this particular era of starting pitching, how often does a starting pitcher bat in the bottom of the 6th with his team trailing?
Well,
Just
I would say
everything else equal.
Yeah, a wee bit more than the bottom of the 7th for sure, but yeah, it's not very common.
I'm going to say 1 out of 10. At home too, so that guy's already pitched 6 innings, right?
Yeah.
Trailing, bottom of the 6th.
It's normally a pinch hit situation, but you got a guy who can swing it, a guy who's
and earned his manager's trust.
Well, and I think, and it's kind of like the conversation you have with Jason Hamill coming out of his start early, and you could see what Jason making the point. Now, wait a minute, what's the deal here? Why is Jake still going? And I got pulled after 39 pitches. in LA the other day. And I think Joe would say it's just what it looks like going forward. And I think actually this game kind of proves the point. You know, that was a lineup that the Dodgers feature that is very vulnerable to left-handed pitching. So that's why Jason got the early hook the other day. Joe, you know, Joe's comments after the game where I just didn't like the look. He didn't think that Jason was going to be able to find success against that lineup based on what he'd seen up to that point. Pirates don't present that kind of a lineup challenge with all the success Arrieta has had against them in the past. It's hard to argue the platoon thing with Jake because he's been so good against both right and left-handed hitters. But it's not the kind of lineup where you think, well, first opportunity, I'm going to get a lefty in there because they got all these left-handed bats. They don't. With Arrieta on the mound tonight, you think they would load up with lefties. They only have one in the lineup, one lefty, one switch.
Curve is a strike. It's 1-2. Cervelli hasn't homered this year. His last homer was a grand slam, September 30th of last season. You've got a 7-hitter with no homers. You've got an 8-hitter with 10. Mercer. And he's on deck. The pitch. Ooh, that was an awkward looking reaction.
Cervelli trying to sell it like he got hit by that pitch. Gibson not buying it. Cervelli there's a lot of drama in his game.
Been getting on base a lot. 371 base average, slugging just 305. Now he steps back in. And the pitch. 3-2. Frees the runner at first. He takes off for second. The pitch misses. So tag applied. Doesn't matter. Ball 4.
Where was the pitch?
Arrieta can't believe it. He's grousing at Trip Gibson.
I don't blame him.
And here comes Joe.
Gibson hoping for peace, but he might get an earful here. Wow.
So that will be it for Arrieta. Yep. It's a pitch that absolutely got a big part of that box.
And if the base runner's not moving, Contreras stays put a little bit longer, maybe they get the call.
Still waiting for Gibson to come out as they
Miller over to kind of intercede, and Joe saying, we're fine here, we're good.
So it's Mercer with 2 on. Give everyone credit. They were able to have a fairly calm conversation. Nobody got kicked out. Curveball up and in on Mercer. Set at the belt. Outside, 2-0.
Also contemplating a little slug bunt there with Rizzo charging. Well, the best way for an umpire to diffuse that situation is to admit that possibly he missed the pitch, and then it becomes very difficult for the pitcher to argue anymore.
Right, because you both agree.
Right.
Ground ball back to Arrieta. He will throw to third. And they can only get that lead man. So
plays the second base.
That's yeah, a real tough one to turn here this way.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure. I think he did. The base runner got his attention, and it messed with his mind, because that play is always to second base. Get the double play and allow that man to get to third base.
That will be it for Arrieta. And he'll get a nice hand from this crowd as he'll lead trailing 4-3. Travis Wood coming on. We'll be right back.
The average age of a homeless person is 9 years old. My dream is to help kids living on the streets with education.
Charles, what's up, buddy?
Mind we help? Oh, man.
Is that a basketball player?
Yes. Wow. How you doing?
Kevin Durant.
My heart about to jump off my chest, man.
Charles, you ought to be proud, man.
I'm just extremely grateful they were here, giving them some encouragement. That's something that these kids are going to remember for a lifetime.
Don't you see his big old feet? Oh.
In banking and baseball, you have to stay alert. With my Bank of America mobile banking app, I can select alerts that notify me when unusual activity is detected on my credit and debit cards. I used to play when I was younger. I love the outfield. All that green grass. Until the championship and the inside the park home run. Sure could have used an alert then. I had missed lunch that day.
Is it a force of nature or a sales event? The Summer of Audi sales event is here. Get exceptional offers now during the Summer of Audi sales event.
Time for the Hyundai call to the pen. And his left-hander Travis Wood will face a pinch hitter, Matt Joyce.
44-0 with a 3.08 ERA. 65th appearance for the veteran left-hander.
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
And even with the left-handed reliever, Clint Hurdle goes with the left-handed pinch hitter. Joyce has been awfully good off the bench, 13 out of 46 with 4 home runs.
Fouled out of play. By the way, I think the Cubs got away with an extra mound visit. Boz came out after the first batter. And then Joe came out after Cervelli.
Boz was out there?
I think so, yeah.
I don't remember seeing Boz out there.
Called strike 3. Take as many as you can get. 2 down here in the 7th.
I must have been reading a promo or something.
You know what? We were discussing how often a pitcher bats for himself in the bottom of the 6th. I don't know if I've ever seen that. The point is kind of moot now. Oh, 0-1 on Harrison.
Do you think Joe said, I'm not coming out here to visit my pitcher, I'm coming out here to yell at you? Therefore, this shouldn't be a trip.
I like it. Two strikes to Harrison. Wood in relief of Arrieta. Another foul. Pesky Josh Harrison. Excellent play on defense to end the bottom of the 6th, robbing Fowler of a hit.
Everything but the afterplay. Instead of behind the back, he should have spiked it like a football.
Pulled into left, and it will get in there, and they could score a couple. Cervelli is in. Mercer scores. Those runs will be charged to Arrieta. 6-3 Pirates.
Yeah, right now, Jake lamenting the fact that he didn't throw that comebacker to second base. Had he done that, this inning would have been over after the strikeout. But ifs and buts and all that good stuff. Last time in his start against the Pirates, he left with a couple men on base, and they came in as well.
Bell batting right-handed. First time tonight. Lefty against Arrieta. Walk. Homer. Walk.
Pirates have to feel awfully good about themselves breaking through against Jake, not once now, but 2 consecutive times.
Spencer Patton up in the home bullpen.
Bell not quite as open from the right side.
Right and foul. Contreras will head out. Another one hit hard but foul. The lettering on the front of Bell's jersey looks smaller on him than it does the rest of his teammates. Pittsburgh nameplate looks small. A large human. He grounds out to short. Mazda's 7th inning stretch. Harry on the big board.
For tonight's stretch, please direct your attention to the outfield video boards.
The 7th inning stretch is presented by Mazda. In every car we make, you'll see why driving matters.
It's the recon mission for Tango 165. The endless search for the best berries. A midnight run for tacos al pastor. And the empty roads of Dawn Patrol. This is summer driving. During the Mazda Summer Drive event, get 0 to drive lease offers on any new 2016 Mazda.
$1 window siding and door installation, 102 Pine Street.
Let's go, guys.
It's Feldco to the rescue with $1 installation on all windows, siding, and doors. Plus no money down and no interest until 2018. It's Feldco's biggest sale of the year.
That's $1.
$1 installation on all windows, siding, and doors.
Hurry, $1 installation ends Labor Day. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Welcome back, Cub fans. Join the Cub season ticket holder waiting list. Do it today. Claim your spot in our lineup for season tickets. It's easy. It's also free to register. For details, visit Cubs.com/waiting list. Go time.
Yep. Felipe Rivero is on. Left-hander to Bryant, and line foul. Knocked down by Franklin Font.
Font. Big lefty can light up the radar gun. He has struck out 75 in 63 2/3 innings. Over from the Nationals in the Melanson deal.
Sean Rodriguez, versatile defender. He's playing first, kind of swing and a miss. Right now he's way off the line.
A sense of Clint Hurdle's MO these days: squeeze as much as he can out of his starter and then turn it over to this talented bullpen.
Line shot, foul to left. Look at all the Bryant jerseys. There were like 4 of them I could see in that shot as that ball landed.
So I saw a tweet or something today online. Kris Bryant has the highest Q rating among all Major League Baseball players.
Does that mean most popular?
It's most recognizable.
Sure. Called strike 3. Well, he gave him the edge. 1 out.
Yeah, that's not going to play well.
No.
Cubs dugout. Well, that's the thing. He's been fairly wide today. Remember, Zobrist had an issue earlier. Pitch that was off the plate.
'97. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here it comes. Line right to Harrison, who barely had to move. Buzzard's luck. 2 outs.
Yeah, the only good part about that for Anthony is he didn't have to run very far.
Zobrist 0 for 3. Takes ball 1. Cubs led 3-0 at one point, now trail 6-3. Nationals shut out the Phillies. Tanner Roark got his 14th win. 4-0 the final.
He might be the most underrated pitcher in baseball.
Been really good. 2.87 on the year is his ERA. Boston did beat the Rays 9-4. Rick Porcello got his major league leading 18th victory. The Indians got a run in the 10th and walked off against the Twins. 1-0. Minnesota's lost 11 in a row. Winning run scored on a Jason Kipnis RBI single. Three and 2. Been frustrated. They had 11,327. See the first place Indians tonight. Here's the pitch. 3-2.
Oh, man.
Cervelli wants to know, why did you call that a strike? And Gibson may say, have you not been watching this game? I can't call it a strike. He's saying I should have called strike 3 on you, Francisco, in the top of this inning.
And Ben hesitated before taking out to first base. Similar to the pitch he was rung up on last time. Maybe a little bit better.
And a miss on the change. Tigers edged the White Sox 4-3. The ageless Francisco Rodriguez got his 37th save.
Seems as you get older, you should be age full and not age less.
I think we should start that trend. I'm in. Mets beat the Marlins with a 10th inning run, 2-1 the final. Yoenis Cespedes, a game-ending home run.
It's pretty menacing combination this kid features. 97 and a good changeup. Reminds you a little bit of Fernando Rodney.
High fly ball. Marte makes the catch. That was a major league pop fly. Marte still looking up at the sky. 6-3 Pirates.
Your home, your auto. They just go together. Combine your home and auto insurance with State Farm. Save time and money. Just another way we're here to help life go right. Talk to your State Farm agent today.
Heineken Light makes it okay to flip another man's meat.
No. You never flip another man's meat.
Award-winning Heineken Light is the best light beer you've ever tasted.
That's true. Can I have one?
Can I flip your meat?
No.
Suit yourself.
These pizzas are the same, but depending on the day of the week, they aren't the same price. That's not right, so we're fixing it. Now you can carry out large 3-topping Domino's pizzas for $7.99 every day of the week.
Hey, yeah, like this right here.
It's the Ford Freedom Sales Event with 0 for 72 plus 1,000 bonus cash on 2016 Ford Focus, Fusion, and Escape. Plus, tag vehicles now get 1,000 smart bonus. That means freedom from interest and freedom to choose with Ford, America's best-selling brand.
I'm free, baby.
Now get 0% for 72 months plus 1,000 bonus cash on Focus, Fusion, and Escape. Plus, specially tagged vehicles get 1,000 smart bonus.